return to the commons. We're going to do that by going through the Abbey. You know, take a look around, see if we see anything suspicious. Probably not going to be super thorough. I just want to take a quick gander. Sure, he's not here, but take a quick look through the scriptorium. Okay. Next. It's sad that the scriptorium's closed. I like the scriptorium. Brother Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. You too. Okay. Brother Guy. Andreas. Convent Garden. Illuminata? Nope. Okay. Alright. Let's get a move on. Town Commons. Oh, hey. Well, well. Andreas the painter. Good to see you too, Ottilia. When did I say it was good to see you? Well, you saved my house, I suppose. It is nice to see a friendly face. Anyway, no time to talk now, fancy man. It's time to call to the fire. The St. John's Eve mean a lot to you. The Saint's Eve. Right. Adu ans mama perchta. Nous andain quest gon perti. Veve nous clementi. Ha 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 ha. Right, I'm going to go. Ha ha ha. Enjoy the evening, Andreas. But if you want my advice, stay out of the woods tonight. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay. Caspar? Master Andreas, look at how big the bonfire is. The decorations are so fancy. The St. John's Eve Festival is a big event for Tassing. I missed it last time I was here. Haven't you ever been to a festival like this, Caspar? The festivals in Nuremberg are much bigger. Tassing is quite tame comparatively. Go to the first one. No, I've never seen anything like this. Can I stay at the bonfire and see the costumes and watch them collect herbs, Master Maller, please? Alright. But follow along and don't get in their way. I'm too tired for the festival. I think I'll just turn in for the night. No, Caspar, it's late, and I don't want to risk the abbot's anger. Let's just head back and go to sleep. No, you can stay. Yes, I promise I won't make trouble. I'll see you tomorrow, Master. Go to bed. I'll go to bed when I damn well please. Evening, Andreas. Say, how do you like the bonfire? You built it nice this year. Big and sturdy. It's a fine setup, Carl. Excellent work. I know we can't compare to where you come from, but we still give it our all in celebration of the night of the light who prepared the way for our Lord. Anton, you remember Andreas Maller, the master artist? Yeah, I've seen him around town. Son, be polite. Ugh. Hello, Master Maller. How are you? I'm well, thank you, young man. Fine, I guess. It has been a great time back in Nuremberg. And this is a well-raised kid. Does as he's told. Not always. I'm a bit of a rascal, mind you. But he's got a good head on him. A good head and a good heart, which he likes to hide behind a sneer. Ah, Dad, will you stop? Easy to rile you up, just like your mother. How is Helena? Is she not attending the bonfire? She'll join us later. She went with Martha to dip their toes into the stream, and to pick some flowers for the garlands and wreaths. It's important to hold to tradition. You're right, especially with the time we're in. Wreaths. Dipping into the stream. Aren't these more pagan customs? Especially with... Yeah, you're right. Besides, maybe Martha and Helena will come across the blossom of a fern out there. Haha. What's so funny about that? Ferns don't flower. That means no power to speak with the animals for you, boy. I doubt they'd have anything interesting to say anyway. Ha! Animals can't talk. I'm not a baby, you know. Indeed you are not, even as you're a bit short for your age. Haha. Dad. I joke. Now let's enjoy the celebrations. Speaking of what you do. What do you think of the festival so far, Anton? It's fine, I guess. I like the fires when they are lit. The mountains get to twinkle like stars. I don't like when people get drunk and rowdy as the night goes on. They get into fights and all. But your dad keeps the trouble away, yes? Oh, anyone in particular? Well, not as much lately, but Martin used to get into trouble. Anton's got a good eye. Martin's been a solid fellow once he came back, but sometimes drinks too much. He's calmed down lately, you know. He used to be kind of shit. Kind of a shit. Language, boy. God doesn't look kindly on blaspheming. But those are your words, Dad. Best you don't quote me. Quote the scripture instead. It's better for your soul. You listen to your father, Anton. I will. I do. Jesus. Hey, what did I just say? Don't let your mother catch you with that mouth of you. Haha. Haha. Well, I'll let you get back to the festivities now. It was a pleasure. Until later, Andreas. Bye. Bonfire is much simpler than the one in Nuremberg, but it's pretty all the same. Brigitte. Why, Martin, look who it is. Good evening, Andreas. Andreas, you're staying for the festival, I hope. Of course he's staying. Who would miss this? Especially after the burly boys built such a beautiful bonfire. Or a burly boy like me would do anything for you, Dove. Couldn't help myself. Brigitte, Martin, you're both feeling very festive, I see. The food, the fires, the dancing, it's really a night to enjoy. It's to honor the anniversary of the birth of Blessed John. A vigil for he who prepared the way. Yes. And he'd have liked everyone to have a good mood in their hearts, and good food in their bellies. As a hermit who wandered in the desert living off locusts and wild honey, he probably wouldn't agree. I'd like to live off some wild honey myself, if you catch my meaning. So are you going to heed Otto's call and go into the forest? No, I'm really not looking for trouble. There's enough of that going around. Right. I heard you have a tendency to get into trouble with the drinking and brawling. Even though you supported him earlier in this speech. He speaks his mind on what's important, but like I've said, I have no personal interest to provoke the abbot. We are God-fearing people, Andreas. I'm glad you're being sensible. What did you argue about with Otto anyway, when I first saw you in the meadows? But Father Gruneau is an ass, and he deserves what's coming. Do drunken brawls also go under such piety? Not gonna provoke him. What'd you argue about? Oh, nothing of note. Andreas, please, enough of this talk. We're here to celebrate. And Martin and I both dance until our legs begin to waver. Isn't that right? We'll not miss it for the world. That's delightful. I hope you have a great evening. You as well, Andreas. Until later. Yeah, he really grew up. It's nice to see. Till. Hello, Master Mallard. Evening, Till. Enjoying the festival? Very much so. I perhaps feel a tad old for the more active... the active side of the celebrations. But I enjoy the... sights and sounds. There we go. Did you know Did you know the word for summer? Solstice. Hands back at... I don't know what you're saying. The sun stands still. Such as it looks at this time of year. The sun rises higher for a long time, and then it stays there before falling again. A fitting allegory for the great cosmic arc of mankind, rise and fall. But to make up for that, dancing, leaping, songs, joy, and mirth. The Romans also had sacred celebrations for both Juno and Vesta around this time, to gain blessings for marriage and family. Sometimes it seems as if the festivals are made up to cover for what the young folk get up to. We know there's no stopping them. Not really. Sure couldn't stop me at that age. Young hearts are both fickle and resolute. And don't they just always enjoy the sense of danger? Sometimes that is the best way to learn. The foolishness of youth. Similar to some others in town who ought to know better by now. That is the best way to learn. Yeah. Growing up is a path across mistakes and blunders. It's why I prefer to rather than walk on it. Okay, I don't know what that's saying. Well, with the Abbey selling books from their library, I hoped I could get some for myself, but it proved to be far too expensive. Glaus and his printings have proven to be more use, and a fair bit cheaper. Have you come across any interesting tales? I have, indeed, Master Maller. I didn't quite understand everything. The text was in Latin. It was by a Roman named Strabo, and it was about geography. That's why I noticed it. Ah, the noted philosopher and historian. He was actually Greek by birth. I imagine you were reading his Geographica. Yes, that could have been it. The book was about many kinds of barbarians, which also included the Reti tribe I read about years ago. The people who used to live in these very lands before the Romans arrived. He called this place Retium, and described it as a cluster of daub huts, and its people hostile and warlike, only interested in hunting and fighting. There was something about God, your text is tough. Manab and his sons, but I couldn't understand a lot of it. In any case, when the Romans came, most of these locals were driven out, but some were captured to put to work in the fields and the mines. What happened to the locals who were forced out? No idea. I would imagine that after the Romans were driven off, when the empire started falling apart, maybe the barbarians came back. But were they really the same people? Or nomads from elsewhere? I guess we may never know. Thank you for the quick history. I'll get back to the festivities. Enjoy yourself tonight, Master Mother. Hail, Peter. Good evening, Andreas. Nice to see you here. Grandpa, look who it is. Eh? Oh, the artist. You're still around. You told me to find you at the bonfire. Did I? Guess I did. Seems like you've got some sense then. Cough. So, do you have your mask? I didn't realize I was supposed to bring one. No, sorry. I'm not really that interested. I didn't realize I was supposed to bring one. Bah! The fools I have to suffer. The masks are to protect you as we banish the witches and spirits into Prechta's path. She punishes all humans she finds in the woods on St. John's Eve, since only witches are out in the wilderness. Anyone caught will be turned into animals. No one but a priest can then turn you back. Well, I guess I can imagine a worse punishment. You joke, artist, but you won't be laughing when Perchta finds you. Stay indoors tonight if you want to come outside. Stay within the light of St. John's fire. At least Saint Satya blesses the herbs in the forest this night. And the women will gather the herbs regardless of that bastard abbot. It's certainly important to stockpile some for the winter. Thank you for teaching me more about your local traditions. Eh? Cough. Hey, Big Georg. You grabbed some of those ashes with you after the bonfires died down. Fine. What are the ashes for? Eh? It's to spread across the garden. Ensure a good harvest. Figures your city people don't know shit. Don't be like that, Grandpa. Now that story time is over, how are you enjoying the evening so far, Andreas? I've spoken to a few other people here. Very enlightening. It's the best time to spend time with your friends. Have you heard anything interesting? Bah, gossip. You two are like that burner in the forest, Smokey. That's the one. Always nosy about other people. I've also been invited to have dinner with the abbot. I guess the talking never stops. Can't say I'm exceedingly sure about it, given the animosity between us. The abbot? The dastard can rot for all I care. A thief in a monk's robe, full of hollow words. Sigh. Maybe you can talk some sense into him. He's not making it easy for us. Any of us. It's not like we're asking for much. I'll do what I can. All we can ask. Cough. I guess I shouldn't keep you then. You have an important meeting to attend. You're right. I can't keep the abbot waiting too long until later. Oh, we've taken a lot of your time, haven't we? Don't forget to enjoy the night's celebrations. Huh. I guess we could have talked to them prior? That was weird. Andreas! Salutations, Andreas. Most wonderful to see you here. I see you two have met. What do you want with an inventor? I make all manner of mechanical contraptions filled with gears and levers and other such delights. Andreas here is a man of the mind. Why shouldn't he find interest in my work? For all the use it is. And the mind of the inventor exists to create, to build, to go one step further. One step further toward the garbage heap. A very inspiring thought about this. Makes sense. You'd also be rude to your friends, Werner. And a very inspiring thought. Why, thank you, Master Artist. Speaking of, have you had the chance to look around town tonight? I imagine the sights could be inspiring to your artistic mind. Tasting certainly looks cheerful with the decorations and bonfires. Indeed. Look at the peasant ingenuity. Consider the bonfire itself. It is built to allow the air and the heat to flow through it at great speeds, and how it roars. It's a clever piece of construction, but Otto is a clever man. It's a feat almost worthy of a university degree. These people have natural traditions. They've managed to figure out many clever things without even the most cursory education. It is knowledge that hails from preceding generations, lived experience passed along the chain of time. Not quite the knowledge of a vigorously educated mind, perhaps, but nonetheless useful. You don't need a university education to be smart. Yeah, of course you would say that. Neither of you know these people like I do. God has assigned them their place in the order of the world for good reason. There is some merit in learning from the peasants, even you, Werner, given their understanding of herbal remedies. Their traditions are profane. Consider the Eve of St. John, tainted by their pagan rituals. It's an affront to Christ. Saint Eligius warned against precisely this nearly 1,000 years ago. Patron saint of goldsmiths, Bishop of Noyen Tournai, worked tirelessly to convert the pagans of Flanders to Christianity. Where'd this newfound piety come from? Don't pretend to know anything about me. I've been on the pilgrimage to Aachen. Located at the western edge of the Rhineland, Aachen is an ancient city built around thermal baths. It houses the remains of Charlemagne as well as many other relics. I visited the Marienstern and stood in the presence of those holy relics. An ornate golden reliquary in Icon Cathedral. It holds the swaddling clothes and loincloth of Jesus, the Virgin Mary's dress, and the decapitation cloth of John the Baptist. To be in the presence of St. John the Baptist's beheading cloth was an experience I will never forget. Prophet and forerunner of Jesus Christ, as his name suggests, he was responsible for baptizing Jesus. He was beheaded at the command of Herod Antipas. I've seen the reliquary several times on my visit to Antwerp. It seems to have done you little good. Perhaps you should visit again. Now, let us keep peace in our hearts as brothers in Christ. We're here to celebrate. I'll let you continue with your evening then. Good night. A very good night. Oh, and do come by the workshop, Master Mallory. I would love to exchange ideas. It would be my pleasure. Splendid. Until then. Mallory. Okay. I think we are going to go take a look around. And just see. I doubt there's going to be anything super interesting to see, but we'll see. A lot of C's in there. There were some people missing from the festival. That's not any of you guys, though. Central Town. Church and Jackers. Wonder how the, how Rachel's doing. Father Thomas, you home? No? Okay. Had nothing to do with the Roman ruins yet. Other than see those drawings for Paul. Shall we go into the forest? Hey, old Smokey. I mean, he lives in the forest, so obviously he's not going anywhere. Nope, not gonna see anything here, huh? I thought for sure there'd be something in the forest. Okay. Let's go to sleep, I guess. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe another murder? Gonna be a rebellion? What's gonna happen here? I'm curious. Golden Hand Inn. Go to bed. Uh-oh. Going back to Dreamland. Oh, this is the labyrinth that the one lady's holding up, isn't it? Wait, why can't I... Oh, we're on the white lines? We're on the white lines. Gotcha. And there's only one that goes there. Hold on. I guess this is the only path we have. Or I gotta walk a long way. I don't know about this. This is a bit... a bit much. Oh, Sabine. It's my wife. What is it? What? Come home. I will soon. You're lying. Sometimes I think you must despise me. But maybe it's worse than that. Maybe I'm nothing to be regarded at all. Which am I to you now? An annoyance? A bother? A nuisance to be ignored while you lead another life in Paris? Was there ever an ounce of love in your heart for me? Of course there was. This is never about love, Sabine. As much as you have for me, of course there was. But no longer. I hate talking to you when you're like this. You hate everything about me. I don't hate you. You don't love me. It doesn't matter. Go back to counting your money, the only thing that makes you happy. This house is so lonely without him. Stop. Your presence would only amplify the grief. Stop. Leave me alone. Leave me alone with the memory of him. Stop. Just leave me alone, just for one night. One night where I don't have to dream about him. Please. Thank you. Did I lose a kid? Seems to be likely. August. Hello, August. What am I supposed to do? Just wait here with you? I know you aren't going to say anything. You never say anything. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything for you. I'm so tired, August. I suppose there's not much one can do against plague. Do you get tired where you are? The last time I saw you, I said goodnight to you. I couldn't come to bed, so I stood in the doorway. I just stood in the dark. You didn't say anything back, so I said it again. I don't know how long I stood there. Just waiting for you to say goodnight. You still look the same age to me. I wonder if I'll ever forget your face. Do you remember your mother as she is? I remember loving her. Or am I just thinking of some perversion of Daniel's portrait? I remember loving her. Can you ever picture someone clearly if you love them? Can you ever picture someone clearly if you hate them? If you love them? I loved you, little boy. I loved you so much. Sometimes I wish I couldn't die, or I could die so I wouldn't feel it anymore. But I can't. So I retrace my steps every night. And I find my way back to her. Back to you. I love you, August. Good night. Damn. Come on. There we go. Jesus. This place is dark. What happened to this place? Where is Prester John? And where are Socrates and St. Grobian? Grobian wasn't on the ship of fools. Melancholia. Why won't you answer me? No thoughts for Beatrice? You are Beatrice, aren't you? Once. I was a voice of caution, of prudence. And now? More and less than caution. The ache of doubt that stiffens to paralysis. Paralysis that breeds despair. Melancholia. What happened to you? What happened to you happened to us. The foundations of the city are still moored within the ocean of your mind. Its court does not rule your mind. Your mind rules the court. Once reason, curiosity, and the foolishness of youth dwelt under the aegis of your intellect. I am all that remains, the melancholy of your life's autumn. But it's only June. Is that it then? How did it come to this? You have turned your gaze to your own dark center. You know the course of your own life. You know how the choices you've made have brought you here. What am I supposed to do about it now? Change your life. Wait, I shouldn't be here. I needed to help someone. Is Caspar alright? Ah, so your thoughts are entirely turned inward. There is still something in you that cares for others in spite of your melancholy. Perhaps there is still hope for us. Wake up, Andreas. Chapter 5, St. John's Eve. Shit, I feel like things are getting serious. Find Caspar. Oh god. Nothing better ever happened to Caspar. Oh, this music's great. I'm pretty sure he's in the forest. So that's gonna be the last place we check. Otto? Hello, Andreas. Enjoying the bonfire. Your costume looks like a fancy night dress. I'm looking for Caspar. Have you seen him? No, I haven't seen the boy tonight. A group of townspeople went into the forest to collect herbs, though. You might see if he wandered off with them. Enjoy the festival. While you're at it, Andreas, we're showing the abbot what for. The bonfire is much simpler. Okay. Same thing. Okay. I think we're gonna go straight to the forest. Oh, we can't get to the forest this way? I thought we could. Well, damn. Oh, we can go straight to the forest on Church and Druckers. Huh, Smokey's not here. There he is. Who was that? Master Andreas? What are you doing out here? Caspar, thank God. I was worried we needed to come back. Where have you been? Caspar, what the hell are you doing? You're still doing up. Why didn't you come back? Let's get this one. I was at the bonfire with Killian. But I heard a ruckus from deeper in the woods. I'd have to go see what it was. Father Gurneau? What are you doing out here? I was chasing one of the townsfolk, but lost track of the costumed buffoon. The forest is off limits. I'll figure out who's breaking the rules and excommunicate them myself. What was that? Someone is screaming in town. They're really taking this nonsense too far this year. Let's go back to town and see what's happened. Let's go back to town together and see what the noise was. What are we still doing here? Come on. Let's go see what the noise was. Together. Huh. Never seen these flowers before. Wonder where they came from. Who was that running off anyway? It's too hard to tell who's who in these stupid costumes. We can't worry about that. We can worry about that later. Let's check out the town first. Okay, yeah, check out the town first. Oh, Jesus. Werner, is he... No. It's Otto. Dead. Yes, I'm afraid so. Someone released the rope. The platform crushed him. What? How did this happen? Baltus and Linhart and I heard the crash and stepped outside to see what had happened. Right, and then we saw a figure in a costume rushing off from the Rathaus. Must have been whoever released the rope. And what are you doing during all this, Linhart? And what were you doing during all this, Linhart? Enjoying a light meal with these gentlemen. Oh, but a shame. You can't blame me for this, Peter. Caspar, look to see if Otto had a note. Huh? Do it. Why am I sending him up there to do it? No, Master, there's nothing. Are you certain? What were you expecting? I'm not sure. Oh no. Eva. My God. Otto. No. You. The abbot must have killed him. The bastard always had it out for Otto. We all knew it. We need answers. How dare you? I won't just stand here and be accused of such a foul act by a peasant. Go after him. Wait, no, the abbot was with us. He's innocent. That's right, there's no way he could have killed Otto. Yeah. Grab the artist and the boy, too. We'll get to the bottom of this. Caspar, run! To the abbey! Run! Oh, God, they're gonna catch me. Goddamn peasants, I thought we were friends. Big Jorg, you too, Johann? Guys. Are they gaining on me? I can't tell. Brothers! To the library now! They ran through the church, this way! I can't believe him! Whoop. They've locked the door. Andreas, get out of the way. Otto's death demands justice. The abbot couldn't have killed Otto. He was with us when we found the body. That's true. He didn't arrive with you, but you don't know where he was before that, do you, Andreas? Who else would want to kill Otto? Coward, killer, Andreas, move. Shit. I'm not moving. I won't let you in. If you go after Gernot, the real killer will get away. I don't like his stance any more than you, but violence is not the answer here, Peter. Stand your ground. We must attend to the law, whoever killed him. Violence isn't the answer. No mercy! Face us! He's a monster! If those monks don't come out, we'll set fire to the whole place and cook them. You've all gone mad! And if you don't trust the abbot, trust me. I swear he wasn't the one to do it. He was with me. Look, Gernot wasn't the only one who disagreed or disliked Otto. There must be someone else who killed him. You all have good reason to hate the abbot, but he's not the culprit here. Yeah, trust me. I was there too, Master Andreas is telling the truth. Fine, damn it. You've got one day to find whoever you think is the real killer, Andreas. Otherwise, we will come back for the abbot. Andreas, all I want is justice for my husband, please. You must find the murderer. Oh, I gotta do this again? I swear I will find whoever really killed Otto. Eva, Otto was a good man. I won't stop until I find who killed him. Shit. They're only giving me a day. Oh, half a day. The fuck? The peasants are really convinced that Gernot killed Otto, but it was impossible. Peter's temper got in the way. The abbot is an easy target because he was at odds with Otto and his cause. I want no secret that Gernot and Otto were at odds. It was no secret that they were at odds. I don't wish the death on that man, but the abbot is an ass. Peter's temper got in the way. Master, Peter was furious. He's only giving you a day to find the murderer. Why'd you even agree to find who really killed Otto anyway? It didn't turn out well last time, did it? Why do it again? Everyone deserves justice, Caspar. Honestly, anything keeps from going back to Nuremberg. I don't want to talk about it. The law needs to be upheld. If no one else will do it, I will. That's one way to look at it, Master. So who do you think did it? Where do we even start? We should talk to Linhart. He always hated the peasants and supported the abbot. He was very vocal against Otto in the town commons the other day. He might have hated Otto enough to kill him. It's worth talking to him and finding out. Even if he didn't kill Otto, he might know who else had the motivation to. But what about Martin Bauer? When we saw him talking to Otto, they seemed to be arguing about over something. It's not likely. Martin supported Otto and the peasants. Martin was always an ass. If they had a bad enough argument, he could have wanted to kill Otto. If we were talking to Martin to see what they were discussing, we might have an idea of who wanted to kill Otto. Good idea. Who else? Can't think of anyone else who would want to kill Otto. I'm sure we can find some other suspects. We'll have to do some more investigating to find out who the murderer is, but we better move fast. Could the murderer confess to Father Thomas? Probably not. That would be foolhardy. Well, maybe. Even if the murderer did, Father Thomas is bound by the seal of confession. He won't tell us. However, we could eavesdrop on confessions. Since St. John's Eve just happened, the townsfolk will all come in to confess. Oh yeah, one of the townsfolk might have heard something anyway. That's a good place to start. We could also ask around the Golden Hand. The travelers might have seen or heard something unusual. People will tell outsiders anything. They might have heard something we missed. What about the person who ran by us in the forest? They were wearing these flowers. I've never seen them before. Right. We have to find the source of these flowers in the woods. They might give us some sort of connection to the killer. We have a lot of good places to start. Even though time is short, we have a good chance of finding the real killer. Alright, let's get to work. Oh my goodness. We have to do it again, huh? It appears I'm going to be involved in solving another murder. I know that Father Gernot couldn't have killed Otto. More importantly, I can't let Peter endanger both the library and the monks. I need to work quickly. I should speak with Father Thomas to see about St. John's Day confessions. The townspeople will be coming in to confess their sins. I should also visit Linhart Mueller. He's heavily invested in what's happening. He must know something. I can ask around the Golden Hand to learn what the burghers have heard from local travelers. I also need to search the forest to find the flowers that dropped from the figure who ran past us. The Golden Hand. I should speak to Nico Berger. And the Miller. Gotcha. Agnes. Or Anna. Daughter of Ulrich. Yeah. Really? We just now got that one? I feel like we've probably had that one for a while. Okay. I suppose we'll get a start here. Who's the boy? Hello, Master Mallory. Anything I can do for you? Yes, actually. You were pretty vocal against Otto in the town commons. What was that about? Just what I said then. I don't want anyone to get hurt, especially now. We already have We already had one death in Tassing. We don't need it anymore. What about the plight of the peasants? They're dying too. That doesn't explain why you spoke out. Otto never advocated for violence. You were opposed to Otto's ideas, though. He spoke against violence. Otto was an ideologue. He didn't see the reality of the situation. The Golden Hand relies on pilgrims and travelers for its business, Andreas. If Otto got his way, everything would be chaos. Swabia is burning as it is. We need the law to live civilized lives, Andreas. What Otto was advocating for scared me. I'll do what I can to find the murderer and instill order again, Hana. Well, it's hardly better now. Otto was the only thing holding Peter back. Dear God, I hadn't considered that. I pray this ends quickly. I should get back to work. If you need anything else, Master Mallory, just let me know. Joshua. God bless you. Don't know who you are. Killian. Good day, Master Mallory. Nico. Master Mallory, is there anything I can do for you? Nico, have you heard anyone in here talking about Otto's murder? Not just talking about it, but, you know. Yeah, you know. Exactly. Like they had something to do with it. Oh no, I think I'd remember something like that. Then again, I try not to eavesdrop on conversations. I don't want to get yelled at, or worse. But maybe you could find more luck talking to people. Beer always tends to loosen people's lips. Buy around for everyone, and you can have the run of the place. You'll be here a while, though. Maybe later. Until then. Yeah, it seems like it's going to take time out of the day. Hello, Andreas. Got my eye on you. Gurno could have easily paid for you to do it. No letter this time either, so it's likely not the same killer. Probably. Father Thomas. Ah, you got your robes. Oh, Andreas, what have you come back to? This is all awful, just awful. I should never have allowed Klaus to publish the 12 articles. This is what happens when common people get agitated by reading nonsense. Nonsense? Is that what you think of the 12 articles? What's the alternative, forbidding them from reading? Sometimes, yes. Just because a commoner has learned to read, that does not mean he can fully comprehend any book he finds. There's some truth in that. Some of these texts are written to inflame positions. They are not all written with modest intentions. Everybody, yeah, you just take one look at the internet and you can see that these words are true. These pamphlets, these books, can make people crazed, furious. Sister Amelie and I have seen what happens when good people become part of a mob. What do you mean? Here in Tassing? Thankfully, no. It was much earlier. Before we came to Tassing, I was the priest of a town near a Benedictine convent. The town was full of good people. But the good people were whipped into a panic by an educated man, the town doctor. He had read the Malleus Maleficarum. He had put ideas into his head. The Hammer of Witches, a treatise on witchcraft published in Speyer in 1486. Theologians at the University of Cologne condemned the book as unethical and not in line with Catholic doctrine. Despite this, the book has enjoyed widespread popularity. The Witch Hunting Manual? The author was driven out of Innsbruck, wasn't he? Yes, though word of that had not reached our doctor. One thing the book's author and the doctor shared was a contempt for and hatred of women. In the convent, the doctor saw a coven of witches. In Sister Amelie, he saw not a mystic, but a woman possessed by evil spirits speaking blasphemy. But surely the local magistrate didn't believe that. No, he did not. But that didn't matter. The doctor inflamed his neighbor's fears. No matter what I did, no matter what I said, it made no difference. They wouldn't listen to reason. They wouldn't even listen to scripture. In the dead of night, they gathered at the convent and set fire to it. Sister Amelie was lucky to escape with her life. The rest of the nuns were not as fortunate. So I am all too aware of what can happen when a mob forms. I should have known it would happen again. This is my fault. Can't blame yourself for this, Father. Why not? I share more than a small measure of responsibility. You'd think that Otto's death would have knocked the farmers into abandoning a hopeless cause. It only inflamed them. Do what you can to keep the peasants calm. I'm still looking for Otto's killer. It should have never come to this. The abbot should have known he was playing with fire. It will all be alright, Father. Have faith. He should have known better. And what about Otto and Peter? What about Klaus? Shouldn't they have known better? No. We just talked about why, they might not know better. Peasants are being butchered all over Swabia. I just want this to stop before it gets any worse. I suppose there's no good fretting about what's really happened. I have to minister to the people of the town as best as I can, given the circumstances, and pray for the best. Speaking of which, I need to hear confessions for the townsfolk. It's a taxing tradition after St. John's Eve, in case they got up to any mischief that can't wait until Easter. I have to give priority to the locals, of course, but if you want to wait a few hours, I can hear you. You don't have to, of course, but I would be remiss if I didn't offer. Not right now, Father, but thank you. Of course. I can come back and do that? I suppose if you come for our local St. John's confession, I have to give priority to locals, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can come back. Okay. So we've started that investigation. We've started the tavern investigation. I guess there's the mill. The miller? Mueller the miller? Bless you, Master Mueller. Hello, Master Mueller? Maller? Maller. I'm Maller, you're Mueller. Ah, Andreas. It appears you're caught up in another murder again. Quite unfortunate timing for you. Quite fortunate for you, given your meal with Baltus and Dr. Stolz. If I can find the real killer and prevent more bloodshed, maybe it's a good thing I was here. Just stall them. Either way, either they'll see the error of their ways, or the Duke will send soldiers to Tassing. Yes, a show of force. That will quench the peasants' bloodlust, if you say so. I do. In any case, if you get tired of investigating, my door is open. If you'd like to join my family for a meal, or see the mountains, just let me know. See the mountains? Yes, for a brief hunt. A hunt? Yes, for deer. I might be able to help you get some perspective on the situation. I'm investigating Otto's murder. A hunt hardly seems appropriate. If it would help, I can tell you what I know. And I know a fair deal. What do you know? No, come hunting with me and I'll tell you. No, I can't. Suit yourself. So we've got a few things. Can I only choose one thing? I don't know. I think we're going to end the episode here, though, guys. Before we choose anything, we're going to go around the entire place, talk to everybody we can, before we choose something to do. And then we can sort of decide what's most important. Yeah. But until the next episode, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.